Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp of the Lint, and I am back with a little bit more Conflict of Heroes. We're going to continue on right where we left off. Like I said, there was just a few people here in the top who hadn't been spent, so I went ahead and took care of that off screen for the AI so we didn't have to just wait to see how long it would take. Sometimes they go quick, sometimes they don't, but the AI ended up moving one more and they became spent, which was effectively the last of their forces. So there was no reason for me to worry about it. Went ahead and shuffled up, got everybody flipped back over, ready here for the next round. We'll go ahead and, I think we'll go ahead and take care of my tank thing first. Remember, we're doing the special rules for that once per round, and then determine initiative, just so I don't forget to do that roll. And before I forget to mention it, our little guys over here, I've turned them this way. Remember, they started facing that way. Turn them this way, and then the next turn they will be turned this way and be able to come on the board. Just my little mnemonic reminder that we do have extra forces coming in. All right, so remember the special role I'm doing for it is that there's a Panther tank broken down in the middle of the town. So I got the little acrylic icon on him now to remind me he is broken down. I have to roll a natural 12 to get him back in the game, but I can spend cat points up to the maximum of 2 cat points to increase that, one per roll or 1 per cat point, so I can reduce it down to a 10 or better. So that's what we are going to do. I definitely need that Panther. So I'm going to drop a couple of cat points. And honestly, I think I started myself out a little low. I thought 8 would be a good midpoint for caps. But if I had to play this one over again, I would probably go with 10. Just feeling a little bit better because 6 is just a little low for the amount of units on the board for caps to be spent. So if you try this scenario on your own, just recreating what I'm doing, I would go with 10 for the German player if you're playing as the Germans rather than 8. All right, so let's roll. I'm going to need a 10 or better to fix our Panther. And if we do fix our Panther, that's pretty much game over for the Russians. Nope, that's 8-5. So that's all right. That is no big deal. All right, let's determine it. Who's going to be what? Initiative-wise, who's got it? And I've got initiative because we need 8 or higher for me to have initiative. So let me think real quick about what I want to do here. All right, so I was thinking about it, and I want to get some attacks out. And I was thinking about taking this guy and shooting over here, but these guys are cowering. So the best that I can get, even if I put the caps towards it, is a 9 or better for my hit number because their defense, they're getting the +1 from the cowering and then the +2 from the woods. That puts them up to like 15. And then against my 4 attack power, it's just not that high. That's an 11 naturally. I can add 2 to it to potentially kill him. I can go after this guy over here. I would have a better chance of wounding him with a 8 or better. So I'm kind of thinking that route. So even if I don't kill him, I can get another one wounded. So I've neutralized the attack coming in from this direction because I do have this guy over here. He's got a line of fire over onto him in the woods. And he does have a flamethrower, but the flamethrower can only be used into the adjacent hexes. And it gets all sorts of cool little bonuses, but it has a little bit reduced attack power because his attack power is a 4, but the flamethrower only has a natural attack power of 3. But you would get like the bonus on top of that, so it can get to a real significant type of attack. But we'll worry about that later if I do have a flamethrower attack go from him. Their range that actually works out nicely. We'll toss him over there. And that actually puts us on the board with some victory points. So we'll throw that on there. Keeping track, the Germans are doing good. So we've effectively neutralized this attack here from the side. I was not expecting to do that well. But with these guys down, they're one hit. They're effectively suppressed. So they're not going to be able to do much. And then I can put these guys over in this direction because there is a big attack coming from the south. So let's see if we... Ooh, do I want to spend cat points to not spend them? No, I think it'll be all right because even if he does spend, he's up here, right? So there's not a whole lot he could do. He would take a while to get down over there. He's mainly to defend against the attacks that are coming up in this direction. It's going to be a little bit before they get over there, so I'm not horribly worried about it. Let's hope for a 4 or higher, but we'll see. No, that's a 1. Oh, that's that crappy 1, dude. God, I hate that one. Oh, damn, I roll 1 all the time for my guys. That is just bad when it comes to it. Oh, well, he did his job, so I'm not going to complain. All right, so let's draw for the enemy, and I know pretty well what they're going to be doing because I've got an idea for it. Yeah, execute counteractions. I am going to use that to get a whole big, like, group move. This is all group move down here, and it's going to be an unlimbering. Now, this counts as a group move when you unload troops, so I think that it should work as, like, just a whole group move. So you guys let me know if I'm doing that wrong, but I think I am right because when you unload, it's considered a group move, but I think you can group move the unload is basically what I'm saying. If you guys get the drift that I'm making. So like doing a group move with everybody who's in contiguous, but since it counts as a group move, that I can go ahead and start unloading some of these troops that have kind of got the boost up here. So that's what we're going for. Let's see. Now, you can unload into your hex or the adjacent hexes in whatever direction you want to go with. So I'm thinking, well, we're going to move some of the vehicles up. We're going to move some of the infantry up. If I move him over to here, he doesn't really need the cover, so I might just move him into the road, keep him contiguous. Yeah, we'll do that. And this one will move up. All right, so we know we're going to move him there. This one can unload to here. So it's going to be a +2. It's going to be like a 3 cost for everyone, I think. Because the woods is +1 on the modifier, I believe. Yeah. Well, it's +1 AP for infantry. It's +2 for vehicles. I don't have any vehicles that are going in there, and the buildings are +1. So no, it should be a 2 because these count as infantry when they're doing this. The trucks are pretty much just going to unload and pull out, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the AT gun there, and we're going to drop the infantry maybe here. All right, so that's his part of the group move, is they're all doing that. They're getting unloaded. Now, here's the thing. Let me think about this, though. Does this group move, since he's unloading, am I using still his movement factor or his movement factor? Hold on, let me look that in the rules real quick. Ooh, okay, I'm going to have to rethink this one on what I'm doing. I might not want to do an entire group move on this because more than likely these guys are going to spend, okay? Because it says the unit, so it should be using this guy's movement factor, which means that's a 5, right? That's a 5 movement factor because of the penalty for moving into the woods. Now, this is a good position for him, so I'm still going to move him there, right? I don't mind unloading the infantry there because if they spend, that's not a horrible deal. They can move up in a later turn. But anyone who moves as part of this group move is going to be paying the highest costs. So they all get affected by that. Now, they don't have to end adjacent. They just have to start adjacent. So we're going to go with our vehicles. I want to move him maybe up to here, but if I move him, I can't unlimber him. I have to unlimber him later. So maybe I just do these guys. Right? Damn. I'm having to rethink this as I'm kind of going through. Okay. So let's pull these guys back up here. Because I don't want to cause like the whole group to get spent in one go around. I want to pull these guys around this truck over to here, unload their AT gun maybe into this section of the woods, so they can put lots of good fire coming up from each direction. I'm good with the this AT gun going here. That's a real good spot for him. That half track's in serious trouble in that position. The infantry are in position to move up on the half track and hurt them as well. So that's a good position. I'm fine with that. So yeah, I think we're just going to go with that as their activation instead of trying to do everything in one go. Because while that would be cool to get everyone like moved around, I couldn't move the this truck up and unload it. At least I don't think so. So, and if I just move them up 2 spaces, that's 1 movement point versus if I can combine it with all this group move I got going on over here, that would be a 5 movement point cost. So more than likely they would all spend and it would take them an extra round to get into position. So I think it'd be a better choice to break these guys up at this point and start moving them on their own. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And the truck is going to bail. All right, so the truck was there. The truck unloaded as part of a group move. Well, he unloaded and he will turn and face this way. He will probably spend as well on it because yeah, that's going to be a 5 movement point cost. Because remember, normally you would only have the 1. I gave them the advantage of having units jump into the back of the truck just to get them up a little bit faster. So that's why he's kind of unloading 2 units when normally he wouldn't. It's just a little quick bonus that I had given the AI, a little rule break for him. But that's what we're going to go with. It's just activating these 3 for the group move of the unload. And the truck's turning around because he's going to go back. I'm going to pull the trucks out because they have no attack power. I mean, their attack power is negative. They'll get blown out, and it's just extra points for the German. So no reason to keep those trucks around. We'll just pull them to the back. But these guys have to draw now to see if they spend. And they do spend. They've got 3, so I figured that was coming. So we'll throw them over. And now we can go back to the German player. See, and the part of what I was thinking though is even though this gets him very close and directly in the line of sight of all my troops, now he's able to be seen and attacked and all that good stuff, it puts him in a real good position because he's not going to be able to be flanked very well. He's got infantry support, plus his defense is going to be 15 because he's in the woods, so he's got real good defense against any attacks coming his way. And he can start putting some some rounds down range. Plus, even though he's spent, if a blue card comes up, he can fire, right? So that's kind of like the AI spending cap points. So that can do some work. Speaking of which, I got to pull out a blue card from the deck for those guys that they lost. Let me do that. All right. I just grabbed one off the bottom of the deck and threw it off. So we are good. Let's think what we're going to do. Of course, what I'm going to be doing is an attack, but who are we going to attack? Because this guy, the half track is definitely in line of sight of that AT gun. But I could move up and get that bonus into a close range attack and try to take out one of their AT guns. Because remember, they've got 2 AT guns down here. There's another one coming up, and the tank, and the Churchill that's getting ready to come. And a bunch of infantry. So they've got a large attack coming from the south. So I almost think it would be a good move for me to move up adjacent. And if I moved up like this, yeah, I'd be adjacent, but I'd be adjacent to both of them. But that would give me more defense. So I can either go here and not have the defense, or I can go here and be in more line of fire of enemy troops in case blue cards come up, but have a higher defense. I don't know. Let me think. And then I was also thinking about it. I've got a chance to attack back here, but that one it requires caps because I only hit on 11 naturally because of that cowering. So yeah, let's try to get rid of one of their AT guns. So I'm just going to do the quick move right here. Leave it at that. Let's put the stress there. I didn't even worry about throwing a stress marker on theirs, but they're not really going anywhere. So we'll throw the stress marker on him. Let's roll, see if he's going to be spent. Hopefully he will not. Do not roll a 1. What is that, 4? Okay. All right, so he is not spent. Now I can make the attack on the next round. Let's draw. Watch. I'm going to draw a card, and it's going to be the dabbling blue card. Watch this shit. Oh, okay. I was like, no, please, no blue card. No blue card. Execute counteractions, and I might use that again as more unloading and flanking maneuvers. Closest to unit mission objective lowers. It's all moving towards as the orders anyway. So now I could do another group move and do this. Ooh, let me tilt it down. Excuse me. And go ahead and move these guys into the right positions that I want them to be in. Move the truck around this way to flank him. That way he can unload into the trees on the next one. And there'll be another infantry, another AT gun over here. And they can pretty much fill up these woods and, push in on the town. So yeah, we're going to go with that. So let's group move this whole group. 1, 2 to there. And he's going to go 1, 2. I'm going to bring him around this way. All right, so the tank's splitting off in this direction. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to include these guys in that group move. Because if I don't, it's going to be harder to move them up later. This guy can get to where he's in line of sight now if he moves forward. You know what? It's only adding 1 movement point cost risk for the tank and the truck and everything. If I move those guys too, because remember, they were all contiguous before I moved them. So we will include them in that. And this guy will move up as well. All right, so they've kind of flanked out. They've got all the way around. This guy's now got line of sight as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just in line of sight of my guys over here. So he can start putting rounds down range as well. So yeah, they are definitely getting in position, and this tank's getting ready to come around the corner. If they take out my AT gun that's here, that tank will run havoc on me. I mean, he'll just run roughshod. So I need to try to protect that mofo. All right, let's draw a card, see what they're going to get. Wait, that does spend them. Oh, because that was 2. Yeah. Oh, that is horrible. That is horrible for the AI on this one. Absolutely horrible that they got such a low number on that one. Damn. I really did not expect it. I was looking at it for a second. I had to think about it. I was like, wait, they didn't really just spend, did they? Yes, they friggin' did. And that was the blue card that they needed, too. If they had drawn that blue card, it would have been bad instead, because they would have been attacking my my half-track. The card gods are looking out for me right now. All right, so we're back to me, and I think I'm going to attack with this half-track, even though he is stressed. I mean, I could attack with... Oh, I want to attack this gun, and this HMG is not, or is it HMG or LMG? Yeah, HMG. He has a line of sight on these infantry, but these infantry are spent. I'm not horribly worried about them right now. I'd rather get rid of that gun. And this one, he doesn't have a line of sight on him. He is just 1 hex too short. This guy could get him, but he's got a lower attack power, so my best chance is this one over here to make the attack, but that would be a 3 instead of a 2. Because I mean, you guys can see that's great. A 2 for the cost of an attack is just so cheap. I mean, there's so many attacks you can make, but I think we're gonna risk it because we're adjacent, and if they draw a blue card, they're gonna blow him out. That's just gonna happen. 7 against his 13 with no defense. I mean, that would give him a natural hit number of 6. Plus the close range bonus is 3. So he'd be done. They'd be hitting on like a 3 or higher. So there'd be a good chance they blow him out right there at close range if I do not take this attack. So we're going to have to do that. Close range attack. He's getting a 2 bonus for being in the woods. So that brings him up to 15. But I get 4. So that brings the hit number down to an 11. And then close range bonus brings it to an 8. So I can hit him on an 8 or better. We're going to have to go with that. Let's roll our die here. See what we're going to get. Watch it be a 7. Watch it be a 7. No, 9. Got it. Whoa. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. All right, hold up. Let me shuffle this up real good because that destroyed was sitting right there on the top. So I got to shuffle these up. Make sure it's mixed in there real good. All right, so Looking away, looking away, looking away. Nothing whammy, no whammy. We want suppressed. I'll take it. I will take it. That will make it to where their attack power is down. Cost them a little more to conduct an attack. So even if he were to attack, get that blue card, his attack value would go down to a, let's see, a 5. But that would still be an 8 at close range. And an 8 against my 13 still gives him a hit number of 5. So it's not that big of a deal. That suppressed unit can still put some hurt out on me if he really, really, really wanted to. All right, so let's roll real quick before we forget it. It is 3 cost on this one on this attack since he is stressed. No whammy. 6. That's what I'm talking about. That's that moment. Okay, we're going to do one more card for the AI before we end this video. No! Son of a bitch. I knew it was going to be a red card. Or a blue card. Damn! Alright. Fudge knuckle punk mother bad thing. Okay. Whew. Now here's some things. Here's some things. Okay. Let me think. I'm having to think about this. Because we know it's either going to be an attack or it's going to be a rally. So, do I rally? Do I? I think if I'm being fair about this, because both options are good. Both options are really good for the AI to auto rally that gun or to attack with the gun against my half track, because me losing the half track is bad just all the way around, and they can do either. Well, let me think. What do I... All right, at the close, if unhit, move into CC or rally. So if I go strictly on what the card says, I would say rally. So I think we're going to give them the rally. I can't really decide. I think, and I honestly, I swear to God, guys, I am so hard right now trying to decide what's best. Because like I said, even with the -2 modifier, they still get the +3 modifier for being at point blank range, or being at close range rather. And that makes it to where they, let's see, they would have an 8 firepower effectively with their bonuses and minuses modifiers counted for. And that 8 against my defense puts it at a hit number of 5. There's a significant chance they'd hit, and even a decent chance that they blow out in one shot. Oh, but to auto rally puts them right back into the game too, and I think they want to try to save the gun. So I'm going to give them the auto rally. It's hard to decide what to do on that one. I really wanted to kind of do both. But I think the safe play is the way to go, because they really don't want to lose units, and that gun is key, because I still have another gun up here that can take a shot down on them. So putting that little bit of bonus back in, so they're still good to go, and they got blue cards left, so it's not like they can't draw another one and get an attack going on that guy. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll end it there with their gun auto rallied. I did a little damage to them, and they brought it right back. So we'll have to see how that plays out. All right, so at the end of where we're at now, not a whole lot has changed. They've lost 1 infantry, but they have severely moved up down here. Unfortunately, pretty much everything is spent down here. These guys I just haven't bothered to flip over. But their whole attack force down here is spent. That was definitely unfortunate for them. But they do have guys in really good positions. They are in a good position to drop off some more AT guns. If they drop another one off here, they would have me flanked by a couple of good guns and then a tank coming around the side. And if they can take out this gun, that tank pretty much has free reign, right? Wherever the hell he wants to go. Because the only other gun that I have that can do something about it is up here. And his line of sight right now is still way out through there. He'd have to rotate around to have a line of sight down over there. But even still, some of these buildings might be blocking him off. So that would put them in a good position. If they take out that one gun, they're in a really good spot to just go ham on the town. But we'll see how it has to play out. Plus, they still got a couple of guns back here in the back that haven't even moved up yet, and they're starting to get in line of fire to put some rounds up my butt. So we'll have to see how that plays out. All right, you guys stay tuned. I will see you in the next one.